Yo, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be practicing Victor just a little bit more for Kansas City coming up this weekend. I have made a small change to the deck list. So last night, we made the decision that I was going to cut all of my gravy tech, and we were just going to hope that we don't run into it. And so right now, the plan into gravy is just to go crazy, like sicko mode aggro, and try to high roll them, which seems very improbable, but it feels about as likely as me winning the matchup normally anyway. So with that in mind, we have decided to make other matchups better. So last night, what we did is I ended up putting Tunic back in the deck, and I put in 2 copies of Smashing Good Time to try and help the matchup a little bit. Excuse me. Well, we played a game versus Verdance with the 2 Smashing Good Times in, and we won the game. Now, one of them did connect and get rid of a potion, which was really nice, and probably saved us a pretty good amount of life. But I think that having a one-of copy of Midas Touch in the deck is just too important. I really like the idea of just having the one-of Midas Touch in the deck. It seems really important. Like, the idea of getting looped by Prism as, like, really, like, their only way out is very important. So I think that just making sure that we can play around that is where I want to be. So I'm going to add that back in. Let's actually take a look at the deck list. Megado, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Steven, what's up, dude? My man said Bandana Man, dude. That was so funny. Being called Bandana Man when I joined the game last night was so funny. That was really good. Steven, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. So we're on the same main deck as last night. We are still playing Miller's Grindstone like we were. So we're still on Miller's Grindstone, which I think is a big change, like mentally for me. I've not played Miller's Grindstone in a long time. But right now, we're going to be playing 1 Smashing Good Time and 1 Midas Touch in the sideboard. So this currently leaves me playing a one-of copy of Trounce in the Verdance matchup. I was playing 2 before we were on Smashing Good Time, so I don't hate it, but it is technically a card that has to line up better for us than we would need something like Smashing Good Time to line up, because Smashing Good Time pretty much always has the text box turned on. And we could even try to be patient in Arsenal Smashing Good Time to set up and like have a pretty good hand. So I am excited to see how games go tonight. We'll probably try to look for a Verdance game or 2 and kind of see if we can get some things going. Yeah, dude, Steven comes by and hangs out. I was like, dude, he's a cool guy. From Australia, dude. First comment as a new member. Love the sideboards in Discord. Best $3.99 I've ever spent. Dude, Andrew, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the kind words, brother. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate a whole bunch. Yo, Dub, what's up, buddy? Oh, come on, dude. What the hell is this? Oh, God. This is John. This is John, too. Jesus. I'm crossing my fingers that Aggro wants to play Rivals after this. Ooh, we might be able to make that happen tonight. We might be able to make that happen tonight. I do not have a sideboard plan for this. I do not have a sideboard plan for this. Oh, man. All right, so this is just like, we want all of the aggression. I don't think this really matters. Go again, the pummels. We probably want to be on E-strikes just so like they can't buff the things that they're doing. And then we can also probably be on 2 Crush the Weeks. And we can just leave out Trounces, I suppose. Because their early game's just going to be all about them setting up. We could bring in Test of Iron Grip if we wanted to, but I think 2 copies of Crush the Week is better. And then we'll also be on Tunic for this matchup. So we're not running as much of a defensive package as far as equipment's concerned, but I think that's because we need to be playing offense. Yeah, dude. Like, all we can do in this matchup is just go again, go again, go again. That is, like, all we can do. So, yeah, I mean, let's just start by getting aggressive. We'll just come in with a choke slam for 8 here. Did you get to bully the Teklo? I don't know about that, man. Bullying Teklo Vossen is not an easy thing to do. Let me log my game over here. Teklo, and we are going first. And we'll get set up. Yeah, normally there's like stuff I have to record after streams and stuff, but I don't have anything to record tonight, so we might actually be able to play some Marvel Rivals tonight after the stream. That would be kind of cool. Maybe we extend the stream a little bit and play Marvel Rivals. We haven't done that in a while. See if Carly wants to. We'll see what Carly wants to. All right, so we get 2 defense reactions, and we're gonna Arsenal the Command and Conquer, which is fine. Okay. I mean, sure, I can live with this. I can live with a pretty good go again hand here. We get to pitch this and then reveal these bad boys. I think we're going to try and hold the Command and Conquer until we find a pummel is probably going to be the plan. What's the CNC art? I think it's the... I can't remember what this was from. Oh, it's the Art House Syndicate CNC. Just had to double check that Ultron wasn't an ally. Otherwise, Midas would be sweet. Oh, like when it flips or whatever? Yeah. Well, there's no... I mean, yeah, we'll just swing the hammer. It's like the most aggressive play we can make here. Just 7 and a 6 feels like a pretty good start. John's just happy to take 6 damage here. Puts a headpiece into play. I don't think I want to crack a gold. I think we're just going to do this to draw. Like, I don't want to draw 2 cards. I think I just want to create the extra gold so that we can try to get to our gold mana states faster, I think is going to be the game plan. John has 5 intellect there. That's tough. All right, well, unfortunately, John's game plan is coming together just a little bit better than mine. I did manage to beat Teklo Vossen one time at an armory when I was on Out Muscles. Like, I was on like 15 Go Again cards or something crazy. I was on all the Go Again cards. Yeah, we're just gonna CNC pummel this. Like, this doesn't have Go Again. Yeah, 2 or more, it costs 2 less to activate. So John's able to pitch a red. Must have a lot of, I'm assuming, like a pretty clunky hand with defense reactions here. So hopefully this Command and Conquer Pummel kind of comes together. And if not, we can just Arsenal the Pummel and set up. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming by and hanging out tonight. Appreciate y'all coming by and chilling as we are testing for Kansas City this weekend. I'm pretty excited. We're probably going to try and line up some Verdance games tonight. Oh, hey, Michael. Sorry, I missed your message, buddy. What's up, Michael? How are you, buddy? Also, for anybody who missed it last night, I had the opportunity to be on the Card Guys stream last night with Josh Lau and Damien, and it was a lot of fun last night. We had a good time. I had a really good time, like, kind of helping, like, teach Josh how to play Victor. Damien's deck is very interesting. It was very tough for me to wrap my head around at times, that's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, I kind of thought there was going to be, like, an Oasis Respite there or something. Just like as confidently as John blocked with that. I'm happy to get another unmovable out of the way. This week's podcast was awesome as well. Very helpful from all 3 of you. Dude, Dub, thank you. Leaks, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. We enjoy the podcast a lot. It's a really good time. Hand's a little clunky. Hand's a little clunky. Yeah, we really enjoy doing the podcast. It's been a lot of fun to do with Taylor and Sam, and I feel like last week's episode was like really beneficial to a lot of people in the community. Like I've had quite a few people say that like they really enjoyed like the idea of like us talking about testing and like, you know, and like how we test and prep for big events. So I'm glad that the community was able to get so much out of that episode because we really had a good time filming it. As much as we enjoy having guests on, it was kind of fun to just sit around and just me and, you know, Sam and Taylor, just him and Haw, and have a good time for no reason. First time watcher and looking to get started in the game. Any device on 2 Blitz decks I could get started with friends? Hey Thaddeus, what's up, buddy? If you're looking to get into the game, like if you're looking to get started into Flesh and Blood and like get like that introduction with like Blitz decks, they have these like starter decks that you can play. That are really, really helpful. And I think that I think they go a long way. I think like the starter decks are very beneficial. And normally they come with like 2 in a pack. So like you can get some from like the older sets, I think. I think you also can get them from some of the more recent sets, if I remember correctly. Like the First Strike decks would be a good place to be able to start. I would think something like that would be a really good place to do that at. So there's definitely something you could look into there. And Thaddeus, thanks for coming by and hanging out, man. I'm super happy to hear that you're getting into Flesh and Blood, and I'm glad that that you know I'm fortunate enough to be a part of your Flesh and Blood journey, buddy. That's awesome. Only First Strike decks are worth any salt, though. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, John has assembled his puzzle, unfortunately. Are there new Learn to Play decks coming out soon? Okay. Demo Deck Bravo is actually a good one. What's up, Dodge? Hey, Dave. Rose, what's up, guys? John kept his whole hand here. Okay. We haven't seen a Gold Mana State, and it's been 7 turns, so that feels pretty bad. Okay. We almost have the ability to do some cool stuff here with this hand. I mean, I guess John could have his own pummel here. Would be pretty bad if he did. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I don't think we're supposed to give up flexors or do anything. I think we want to discard E-Strike and just swing the hammer, I think is going to be the plan. I normally wouldn't play around Pummel. I know that John told me he was playing Pummels in his deck, so I was trying not to play with that knowledge. Although, admittedly, if I did play against a Tekla randomly, like at a tournament, I would assume they're on Pummel. I'm intrigued to know how this beats something like Ira or Syndra. Like, I mean, I guess maybe Syndra's not as popular, but I think Ira's pretty popular now. I bet Slippy, like, probably struggle into Slippy with this if I had to guess. Destroys all cards in their arsenal. Yeah, I'll just take 9. That's fine. I would assume they're on myth. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, so a lot of the first strike decks are built to be like close in power level that year, so that you guys get an online, so that you get, or I read a message, so that you get like the ability to, experience the game in like a healthy way. So yeah, you definitely get the chance to be able to like play close games and have fun. Also, like another great product, and it's a little bit more expensive, but the Armory decks are a really good place to start as well. I think Chris just said something about that. The Armory decks are a really, really good place to start. And I think you could get a lot of benefit from looking into the Armory decks. Because you could try to pick Armory decks that maybe play well together, and that could be something that you guys could enjoy that might be more fun. All right, we're going to need to get some gold main estates going like yesterday. We're going to take 3 here and go to 24. And then it is going to be Zealous Belting into Spinal Crush here, because we have our Tunic counter up. Crack Shuffle Play is also not a bad way to do it, but I think that Daddy Ear is looking for a way for him and his friend to like be able to shit. We gotta use Tunic first, Zach. Jeez. So like just to be able to like play just the two of them together, and maybe just buying 3 plaques and playing Crack Shuffle Play is good. I didn't know, but there are no KO Armory decks left. Do you mean anywhere, or like what do you mean there, Michael? I'm not sure if John wants to do something before this hits the chain. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. That's how I like looked at that. Imagine that. Yeah, we'll just let this resolve. Oh. Not really sure what us winning this game is going to look like. I wonder if there's a world where we're supposed to just like play Small Hammer and try to mill them. I think we're just going to say no blocks here. I think I'm interested in trying to play my gold main estate. I think we need to get aggressive. Oh, yeah, Chris. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So if it seems like I'm like talking to multiple people or something, it's because I am. I'm talking to both Twitch and YouTube chat at the same time. The only reason to play Teklo is the Guardian matchup. Yo, that scares me. Does that mean that like we're going to be like running into a lot of it this weekend in Kansas City? Okay. I mean, I feel like Pummel like is just like so much more insult for like for us personally, like as Guardians. Like you didn't need to help, but now you definitely have it. What's the plan here? Like, are we looking to just like Arsenal the Pummel? We've only seen like 1 or 2 Arsenal disruption piece. Iron Man is hot. I agree. Iron Man's cool. I think Teklo is not very good though. I'm just gonna play it now. Like, I don't know. I could be overthinking this, but I don't want to Arsenal. So if John's just like trying to disrupt my Arsenal, then I think I'm just okay with this. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a race to 0. Like, how fast does he flip, and how fast are we able to like kill him? I think we're just going to block like this, right? And then we're going to pitch the disable to play another one. And we should be able to go E-Strike, go again into Command and Conquer. Oh, there's no KO decks in Poland? I wonder how much the KO Armory deck is now. So we have 4 Might tokens this turn. Oh, I guess we don't get to draw a card, do we? So we're just going to throw this for 10 then. I'm okay with this. I forgot we don't get to draw a card because of Humble. Man, me not paying attention, huh? Is it bad I'm not looking forward to my skirmish this weekend? Why are you not looking forward to skirmish, Brock? Hey, what's up, Jersey? Yeah, my Tuesday's been good, man. How about you, buddy? Teklo slander makes me sad. Paul, I just slander Teklo because I get absolutely just like dumpstered by Teklo. I'm just getting rolled by Teklo every time I play, bro. Discard a card? Well, I guess we'll see if we win or what we win. We can decide what we're going to do with this. So, do we want to try and go for the win for 12 overpower? If we had Tunic up, this would be awesome. I mean, we could pitch the Zealous Belting here to keep us in our deck, I guess. I mean, I guess damage is damage, right? So, this is fine. Savage Sash is $50? The Rainbow Foil one is $50? Probably not the best chance in the world this actually wins the game, but if it does, it would be awesome. Well, Fabricate kind of ruins that plan, I think. I mean, this being for 15 means that it's going to force at least one card from hand. 3, 5, 7. Yeah, I mean, you can block with your legs and stuff, but, like, these are action cards. Like, I love this because, like, this is really good. These are action cards. This might end the game. Even a defense reaction means take 8 here. You have to have another one. Yo, we got there. Holy cow. I forgot how good Overpower is against this deck. I would have been more aggressive with those Golden Suns early on, I think. I forgot how good that was. I forgot how good Golden Sun is in this matchup. Huh, how about that? Dude, listen, Overpower doesn't feel that good a lot of times. Like, there's a lot of times Overpower feels kind of lackluster, to be honest. Got the win. John sat up equipment early, but wasn't able to flip into Iron Man. Golden Sun closed it out. Overpower OP in this matchup. And yes, I am aware that me calling Overpower OP is like kind of ironic. Sash could be a reprint in the Guardian deck. I could see that, Serant. Overpowered 2 nights in a row. Dude, I know, right? I know. Tunic and Shambles. Oh, man. John's actually, the guy we just played, John's a local of mine. John bullies me a lot when he's playing Tekla into me. John bullies me a lot when he's playing Tekla into me. I have a Riptide sideboard plan. Let's take a look at what it looks like here. Riptide. We do want to go second. We are on Crown of Dominion. We want Chokeslam. We want Crush the Weeks, apparently. We want E-Strikes, no pummels. We want 2 Rouse, Test of Iron Grip, and Trounces. Yeah, so it looks like just the standard aggro package is what we're playing here in this matchup. Except this is one of the matchups I'm on Crown of Dominion instead of Crown of Providence. I don't know how I feel about that, but... Who are we playing against? This is Riptide right here. This is Riptide, this game. Hey, Rouse the Ancients already winning a clash. And with the Golden Sun. Man, God, you love to see it. This is Riptide. What are you talking about? Dude, Michael, am I like having a stroke? Are you making fun of me? I mean, it's okay. Hey, Bear, thanks for checking out the codex, man. Yo, Jack be quick. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, let's play the Goldman Estate. They can't draw cards? Does that matter? I think we're better off to make a surge and force the disabled text, right? Which able? Disable. You don't know that hero? Oh, man. If I played Slippy, I wouldn't know that hero either, dude. Riptide's about to have some legs, dude. Riptide's about to have some legs with that new card, with the new tutor card. All right, no inertia trap here. Very fortunate for us. Very demure, very posh. I've started saying that too much. I've got to let that go. Man, I really hate to block with Command and Conquer. We have a Surge, so we're just going to throw Chokeslam for 13. It's going to be the play here. I think this is fine. So we make a Surge and then Chokeslam for 13. If we get hit with an Inertia Trap, our Golden Sun goes to the bottom. It's not the end of the world. Okay, you like to see that? Just forcing cards multiple turns in a row here. We'll just pitch this Command and Conquer, set up for second cycle, and then Spinal Crush should be pretty good. I still wonder if Meat Madness is worth a slot in the Slippy deck. Is that the new Slippy Armory deck card? I don't know. That card seems pretty cool from what I remember of it, but... From what I remember of it. So we had a Surge, so we can just throw Thunderquake for 8 here. I can also throw the Golden Sun. I think just throwing Thunderquake for 8 is fine. Man, these Goldman Estates are getting a lot of value early. A lot of value. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Meat Madness seems pretty cool. It seems pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but it does seem nice. Seems like a pretty, like, powerful card with, like, the options that you get to pick from. Seems pretty cool. A Surge from last turn would have been really good. I guess we'll just throw Crush the Week for 13. I mean, I guess that's true. It's random. In my head, it was like options, but like I feel like the random, like it being random, really leans into like the idea of assassin, kind of as a whole, and it also leans into like the Meat Madness like theme of the card. Meat Madness is really bad right now. Huh? Why do you think it's really bad? I'm just curious to know. Like, I'm definitely not like saying you're wrong. I'm just curious. So it's going to come in for 7. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and do this. I mean, hopefully we don't have to reclash. Winning with a wallop is awesome. I mean, the base side of it seems fine, and then like the randomness just seems like okay. It doesn't seem bad though, I guess is my question. Because Fab shouldn't introduce randomness. I mean, people definitely, there's a lot of people in the community who do not like RNG because they really, really like to be able to A lot of people don't like RNG in Flesh and Blood, and I get it, like to some extent for sure. People don't like the fact that you can't like that their fate is like not controlled by them, because one of the biggest things that people really like about Flesh and Blood is the fact that like you're able to like, you know, control a lot of your fate, your destiny, and like all these like cool things about the game. And so it's like the idea of not being able to do that is pretty disappointing to a lot of people, I think. Thoughts on Valda in this meta? I think Valda's like the hidden gem of this format that nobody's really tried yet, Michael, if I'm being honest. If I wasn't so scared, I would be playing Valda this weekend in Kansas City. Yo, did we win with double thunk? That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, Valda's really cool, and Valda's a lot of fun. Are we aiming for the 40-0? Sorry, Dave. It just went away. Otherwise, we could have tried to get the 40-0. God, that would have been funny. Hey, why'd you 40-0 that Riptide? Because we could. Poor Riptide. Poor Riptide. Should have blocked with tech plating. We should have made like the most inefficient block in the world just to send a message. I mean, yeah, winning with double thunk is wild. Like we're clashing hot right now. We're clashing hot right now. What's up, Josh? It's fun, but it isn't a good card that you're going to run. The last thing I want for my card Threatening Disruption is to actually not threaten. I mean, I guess like the RNG of it makes it feel a little bad, is like your point. It sounds like anyway, which like is fair. I mean, Test of Iron Grip's not made them discard at all, which is sad. Oh, dude, pummeling, put them in their place is awesome. Pummeling, put them in their place is so cool. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with Valda. I think she's actually like a very powerful hero. I just think that we have to take the time to find the version of her that works and isn't just like super high roll gimmicky. Yeah, they drew into I've already forgot what we clashed. A Nimbalism? I thought it was Rabble for some reason, but that makes sense, Nimbalism. People playing Chaos Assassin and not wanting Chaos. Hey, Graham, what's up, buddy? We want to test of Iron Grip first to make them discard their last card, and then we're going to draw into Crush the Week. We're just going to go again into Hammer here. This is 9 versus like the 7 we could throw. We also could make the decision to try and crack a gold to be able to throw the Golden Sun here, but I don't really see a point. I'm all for the Madness card. It'll be fun. The Slippy deck might get me to play Assassin. TBH. TBH. Might get me to play Assassin. I don't know. I own a Codex of Frailty. I've thought about buying 2 more since they're like $45 now, I think is how much they are. I'm sorry to disappoint, Dave, but we're giving up the... I know we already gave up the 40, but... we're ripping his tide right out of him. We might fall below 35, Dave. We might fall below 35. Rutro Reggie. So like we should just block with Spinal Crush and throw the Golden Sun, I guess. What does it say? They can't play more than 1 attack action card and 1 non-attack action card. So like this has no effect on us, right? Don't turn to the dark side? I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with like me wanting to play Assassin. It's more about the fact that like I play all the armory decks and like I just enjoy like getting to like experiment and learn other classes. It makes the game more fun for me. I mean, we could destroy the shield for the memes, but I like Turtle. I'm not going to do that to him. Michael said yes, join the dark side. And then Felix said no, don't turn to the dark side. I want Spurlock to be a thing. Spurlock is a cool card. I think Spurlock is a really cool card. I like what it's like the idea of like how it plays is really cool in my opinion. I actually had an opponent cast it against me. They cast 2 in 1 turn against me when we were playing in Battle Hardened Memphis, I think, and it was really funny. It was a new, maybe was it new? No, I guess it was Slippy. I guess it was Slippy. I don't know. It had to be Slippy, right? It was an assassin. They cast it against me. We played against Riptide. We went second. We did get the win. Was in the driver's seat the whole game. Clashes lined up beyond well all game. Was over 30 when the game ended. I mean, I don't. That's one of those games that like I just don't really like know like what like the big notes to take away there are. Like Riptide's a good matchup, and we just kind of like ran hot. If anybody's hanging out and wants to play Verdance and would like to play games against me, I could use Verdance reps for sure. Yo, Ben, what's up, dude? I agree. It will be a very fun it'll be a very fun like experience to be able to like just experience the deck. I completely agree with that sentiment. Let's see, Marlin, we want to go second. We're on says we're on this and we are on Small Hammer. Choke Slam, 2 Crush the Weak, 3 E-Strikes. We're not on any Rouse the Ancients, which I find very peculiar. We're on 3 Test of Grip, Test of Iron Grip. We're on 3 Trounce. I think we're supposed to play it like this. I don't think, like, I'm on Zealous in this matchup for some reason, and I think that just leads to me making bad plays. So I think I should just be on, like, the better options here. We'll probably change our sideboard guide after this, to be honest. Probably change the sideboard guide after this, to be honest. I think both Chokeslam and Spinal Crush are good here. Okay. I was like, I'm assuming they want to attack me. Do I want to greed and keep both of my reds and hope I draw 2 blues? Draw 4 reds, it'd be really bad. Let's greed a little bit. Let's greed and see what happens. Slippy will be a good armory deck. The hero is pretty easy at first, but lots of room to grow into. I completely agree, Felix. I think that's a great way to look at it. Yo, Graham, thank you so much, man. I was very excited to cross over 3,500 last night. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. I think we're just fine forcing 2 cards here with Command and Conquer. Yeah, there's a lot of like areas for you, like there's a lot of nuance to Slippy. I think the more you get into the deck, so I definitely think that it's a good armory deck choice. Make Azuri great again, that would be cool. Let's see. If you ever win at Worlds, what class talent card would you create? I would want there to be a. I would want there to be like a. I don't know. I'd either make an ice card or a lightning card. Those are like some of my like those are my 2 favorite like class elements in the game. So I would make a class. I would make a lightning or an ice card for sure. I think. We'll just show them the disable here since they threw the red fin harpoon at us. Part of me thinks we should almost just throw the Spinal Crush here and leave 2 floating to make him think about it. Blue Earth block 3? Yo. Bard would be cool. You're making me want a new Arya set? New Lexi win? I mean, dude, Taylor was talking about there being like a new like Lightning Ranger coming up sometime soon. And I mean, I would be down to get like more like Lightning and Ice classes. Even Earth would be fine with me. Like I think all of Arya was very powerful. And I think Flesh and Blood's learned a lot. Like I think LSS has learned a lot about like their design. And how they want to design cards. Now, I'm not saying they're perfect by any means, but I think they have learned a lot since then. And so I would be very intrigued to see like how they wanted to build something like that. I mean, we're just going to keep pushing it here. Our opponent's done a good job of like just blocking and holding out on life, which I actually think is a pretty smart play by them. So like I was like they're doing a good job of like waiting for their hand, which I think is important. Okay. So this is for 9. I think I'm okay with doing this and just throwing the hammer, right? I think just keeping them, like, not taking extra damage here when I don't need to is fine. Like, I don't want to take the pox damage. I don't want to take any extra damage if I can help it. And plus, like, Miller's Grindstone could help us, like, buy cards from them. Yeah, like, getting a pump off the board is fine with me. Well, this hand looks to be solid. How the hell do they have 5 cards in hand? Oh, Marlin. They activated Marlin to pick up the thing. Ice Brute would be awesome. Hey, Moore, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Breakpoints has been a ton of fun to record and like do with Sam and Taylor. It has been so much fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just been really cool to just get to sit and, you know, like have those conversations with Sam and Taylor has been really cool. I've enjoyed it very much. I've enjoyed it very much. Sam and Taylor have a lot of like really neat opinions about the game, and I don't mean that like in a bad way. Like they approach the game very differently, like each of them does, and so I really like just having that conversation with them. It's really cool. So yeah, Breakpoints has been a lot of fun to like just record and be a part of. It's really cool. And I'm glad that you guys are really enjoying it because I think for all 3 of us, it's really like a passion project. Like, I think all 3 of us are really enjoying it. Hey, what's up, Damien? Oh, Sam's awesome, dude. Sam is great, bro. Sam is absolutely awesome. I cannot, like, talk about how great Sam is enough. Well, kind of wish we had a gold here, but I hate giving up my shield, but I think that's better than letting our hammer be a 3. Feels bad. What's up, Damien? How are you, brother? Ice Brute would be broken, I feel like. Yeah, I should have blocked with the shield earlier. That's a mistake that I feel like I don't make as often when I'm playing IRL. Because I'm actively thinking about it. This is gonna be a billion. Jesus. This is gonna be what, 14? Sheesh. All right, well, we did not win that one. So as good as our Clash luck has been, it's not looking that great now. Yo, I'm locked in for KC finally. What are you playing, Sean? What are you playing, brother? Is Miller's the default hammer for Victor now? I don't think it's the default hammer. I'm playing it because I really like the idea of being able to... They did an Arsenal. Interesting. We have a wall up on top, so I think I'm just okay with this. But I really like Miller's Grindstone into some of the grindier matchups, like Verdance. I think it's really good. And like right here, like it did cost us a shield, but it should have cost us less than it did. And I'm just kind of like playing like a boob. I mean, if they just keep being to like they've drawn like 2 or 3 blues in every hand, so I mean, yeah, I guess we're just gonna take 7 here. They're rolling hot right now. Dashio? Makes sense. Makes sense. Take headbutt. Yep. We didn't bring pummels in, so there's no reason for me to throw the one from Arsenal here. All right. I mean, this hand's fine. At the Armory today, Liam Holden, champion of the people, was happy when I told him you're trying Millers. I mean, I think it's like kind of necessary. All right. Well, 5 cards, and it looks like, oh, okay, so like a normal hand. Yo, a normal hand. Look at my mans out here with a normal hand. Yo, crazy. Crazy. I didn't know that they knew how to have normal hands. It's felt like their hands have been very good so far, and maybe that's just how this matchup feels. Because the last time we played this matchup, we lost it as well. So maybe this is just a bad matchup, and I've not played enough Marlin to know. Shark Week over here. I love that, Dave. I mean, also, like, our only disruptive piece has been Command and Conquer for a couple turns, and they've done a very good job of playing and, like, not letting that matter. A non-attack action card. Okay, so we win with the choke slam, and then there's a 6 and a 6 on top. Yep. So we're just going to throw the choke slam here, and then we're probably going to try our best to use equipment to try to swing back into this game. I mean, we're down quite a bit, and we've had to put clashes on the bottom. We've also not seen a single discard thing. I can't remember what it's called. Test of Iron Grip. Yo, also, I know last night I was like talking about like maybe not being able to have those cards in time, but huge shout out to Himble for hooking me up. Himble messaged me back while he was waiting on his flight last night and like was able to get me the cards. So big shout out to Himble for hooking me up with the cards. I mean, they're not even running that much equipment into us, and like they're just kind of like, I mean, they're in a very commanding position right now. I mean, I'm just gonna block this out. It seems highly improbable that we could fatigue them. Like, they have a lot of cards left for like where we're at in the game, so. Mastery pack pull rates are miserable. It's really funny that you say that, Benjamin, because I've not heard people say that yet. I've heard a lot of people say they've had good experiences so far. Marlin is the ranger that bullies guardians. I mean, that would make sense. It kind of feels that way right now. Like, this is like the 2nd or 3rd time in a row we've lost to Marlin playing guardian, which is like fine, you know, like if that's the matchup, that's okay. I've just not had enough experience to understand that yet. So I guess I'm just surprised. I've heard a lot of people say that they've like had really good pull rates, so I'm a little surprised, I guess. We could definitely turn this around, Raphael. We could definitely turn this around. So yeah, like it's just funny, like so pull rate is 4 M's per box. How many packs are in a box? I don't know anything about this set. You would think I would know more about the Guardian Mastery Pack than I do. They get a King Shark Harpoon? It's going to be for what? 10? 13? 4, 8, 11, 13? So discarding the headbutt's better? Unfortunately, we are not going to have access to show them the pain this turn, I don't think. At least not, like, here, because we're in a world where, like, we get to block this out very effectively, which is nice. Is there any on hits? We can't win this into a non-attack, or oh yeah, I guess yeah, this does matter. And got 1 cold foil common, 2 rainbow foil M's, and 1 of the. That's tough. Yeah, so if we win the trounce, it's on hit. I mean, and hopefully we do. Okay. Well, we win the first side of the trounce, but not the second. That's unfortunate. We do have a test of strength on top. They've played 1 codex and pitched 2 codex. That was a pretty rough hand. They know we have this Command and Conquer here, but I don't know why they didn't play it. Like, why they didn't Arsenal. We know we couldn't do anything with it. I mean, I guess their Ponder must have sucked. I really like their use of Tipples here. I think that it's like a very good card. 12 packs per box, considering you get 6 to 8 in a box of 24, that seems on par. I mean, I was like, that doesn't, like, the numbers don't sound bad. It just sounds like it feels bad, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I get that. I understand that. We can block 4, 6, 8. Or I can save the gauntlets and I can block like this. Oh, hey, we want to clash. That's cool. That's fun. I mean, I think at this point we're just trying to fatigue them. Like, I think this is about like getting their getting them out of cards. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe we don't have the ability to fatigue them, which we probably don't. I mean, they have a lot of cards left, but I'm hopeful that they just have a lot of blue arrows left and maybe not anything crazy they can do.
You love to see it.
Hey, Roman Basher number 2. Thank you for that follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. It means a lot. Guys, if you are here for the first time or you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me what sells in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. Do I care about this hitting? Other than, like, me just potentially dying? So I think we can take 3 and go to 5 here and throw the Cranial Crush, right? So we have 1 floating, which means we have 4, 5, 6, and we can throw the Cranial Crush. I think this is fine. We don't have a yellow card. This doesn't matter, right? These boxes are half the price of normal boxes and the same case price at my LGS. I didn't have an LGS that got any of it, to be honest. I've honestly thought about reaching out to Himmel to see if he has any he wants to sell. I buy a lot of singles. Like, I don't buy a lot of, like... I don't buy a lot of, I don't buy a ton of, like, sealed product. I normally buy a case of every set, But this Mastery Pack Guardian set has seemed so disappointing, I wasn't really interested in buying it. So, I don't know. If they have gold, it's tough to fatigue them, Dave. You're correct. It's normally like a tougher thing to do if they have gold, and right now they have 2. But I mean, like, there's a world where we could try to fatigue them. Test of Iron Grip is not lined up very well this game, but I think that's just might be how this matchup goes. They are using a lot of their gold to draw cards. So we have a couple of options here. It actually feels like there's a decent chance we could fatigue them here. IP to block if you're going for fatigue? Well, we could, but I really want to swing the hammer. Like, I want to run them out of cards. I think we're just supposed to block for 10 and try to get an extra card out of their deck. I don't know. Like, we have equipment left, right? Like, we have equipment to be able to, like, block, like, one more overpower. So how many harpoons have come out of their deck? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 harpoons over here, if I'm counting correctly. I'd have to go back and look again, but that feels like a good number of them. There's 9. There should be 15 of them, if I'm counting correctly. That probably means they have another codex in their hand. Yellowfin harpoon? They might try to go for like a harpoon here. Oh, they want to undo? That's fine. And if you don't want to play the C4 salvage, that's fine, but you've already seen another card. I won't let them undo again, no. They've already seen another card. Haven't watched Fab since Mastery Pack Guardian came out, so this set is only for Valda and Victor. I mean, mostly Valda, but there could be a world where, like, there's something else we could use, right? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they pick King Shark Harpoon. That last one might be enough to get us. Crown away our arsenal and try to find something better. We could take 4 and go to 1 here. What could we find that's good enough off the top? Like if we were to try and draw 1 card. I don't think anything, right? Isn't Gravy happiest with the Mastery Pack? LOL. Name is Damien. I got into Fab shortly after Monarch release because my LGS owner was hyping it up and Magic was on the decline. Had to take a hiatus from Dynasty until a few weeks ago. And Mustard. Well, let's go. Damien, welcome back to the game, man. I'm glad you're here and hanging out with us, buddy. I am glad you are here and hanging out with us. We're going to take the Golden Sun. It's the thing that makes the most sense. Nothing else in our hand technically makes them block for anything, so... Is that the last codex? Yep, so it has to be one of the Yellowfin harpoons, and I think there's... The only thing left is Yellowfin harpoon, and there's the one they just pitched, so we get a turn or two. Hey, what's up, Max? They take Thunderquake. I guess they destroyed my gold, so it doesn't matter. We're going to make a surge, and we're going to throw 6 because giving something -2 could really matter for our game plan here. Gravy did get some pretty cool upgrades. My friend opened like 5 cases for 1 Marvel Seismic. Like there was nothing else of note in their case. Nothing else of note in their case? Are we just sandbagging this? To be able to block 9 on that yellowfin harpoon that'll come in for 8? Like, is that really the plan? We're just gonna sandbag the test of strength? Okay, or we're just like dead because this is somehow from 2 to 12. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we win, and then we give up flexors, and they kill us. Man, I forgot about the gold having the aspect of being able to... I mean, I wasn't really thinking about that in the moment. Good game, opponent. It's a tough matchup. I feel like that game was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think we just had to... I don't know. Command & Conquer felt really bad that game. Like, our opponent never arsenaled. Which, like, it worked out really well for them. Like, it was a good strategy. It panned out well for them. But no ley line? Yeah, I would be hoping to open the ley line, honestly. So Marlin, we went second. We did lose. Started out rough. Pulled it back a little. Almost fatigued them. Gold and cannon makes it tough to fatigue them late. Test of Iron Grip. Discarded 1 card and felt clunky all game. It's good to note that it didn't feel like it had an impact on that game, but it's probably worth just keeping in the deck just because of how it works with the just because of how it works with Overpower. So I'm cutting Zealous Belting from the deck. I'm adding in the Crush the Weak and the 2 Rouse the Ancients because I think that's 100% correct. I don't know why I didn't change that the other night when we were doing that. I updated my sideboard guide a little bit before the stream. I thought it was going to be there, but fatiguing Marlin sounds hard. Yeah, I agree, Max. It does sound pretty hard. It's a tough matchup. Our opponent played that game really well, but I thought there was a chance down the stretch we might have an option. The mirror. The mirror is fun. At least I think the mirror is fun. Not everybody thinks the mirror is fun. And then 2 pummels. This is personally how I play the mirror. I don't like any of the other clashes besides Test of Strength. I don't like Smashing Good Time. It does not destroy gold tokens, so it doesn't count. Midas Touch does nothing. So I think this is the best way to play the matchup. And also, I really think there's a good chance that a Nothos can get us a ton of value over the course of the game. Victor, we are going second. Okay, so our opponent is on the remembrance plan for... Our opponent's on the remembrance plan for Visit Goldmane Estate is how they're planning to win the game. That's exactly how they're playing the game. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's possible that they could be using Remembrance to try and fatigue us, but I highly doubt it. I get the sense that it's more of like they want the Goldmane Estates to set up well. We're just going to go ahead and throw Chokeslam, and then we're going to Arsenal the Cranial Crush is going to be the plan. Flying Bread does play a lot of fatigue decks, but that's okay. Yo, Ripple Away is hot. I mean, maybe they are on pure fatigue. I don't know why you'd play Victor over something else if you were like just on pure fatigue. I guess it is for the Goldmane Estates. Is the plan? I guess that's the thought process there. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. Okay, so it is hard fatigue. There's not really a great option here. Like a single blue would be really good with this hand. I think we're just going to hold the Zealous Belting. I think this is fine. Just holding the Zealous Belting is fine. How you feeling about Kansas City? I mean, I feel fine. Like, we're just trying to dodge gravy bones. Like, I've just actively come to the point where, like, we can't beat that matchup. And it is what it is, you know? So that's okay. And we're going to do the best that we can. We're going to do the best that we can playing Victor. Because I think that I was like, Respite? Interesting. So yeah, I mean, like, it, you know, it is what it is. I feel pretty comfortable with it. We've added some cards for other matchups, and we're going to do our best. Because I feel like that's really all you ever can do. Okay, so this is like super heavy fatigue. I'm very intrigued by this. Just start learning Kano? Oh yeah, just start learning Kano, huh? Well, the one good thing for us, I will say, is that no matter what they're on, I do understand how to play against fatigue decks pretty well. I've played against Flying Bread before, and he's not been playing fatigue. Like, he's been playing, like, Jarl that's, like, not trying to fatigue me. So, I guess, like, I was a little surprised to see that, like, our opponent is on, like, hard fatigue here. Are we supposed to play this to get a gold on board? Like, the answer is just probably, right? We're just going to come in with Cranial Crush? I saw this list beat a gravy with Rainbow Staunch. How? Was it just, like, pure fatigue? I don't know how, like, he's able to gain life and do things, like, to clear the board. That just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to me. I would really, really like to play... I think we're just going to throw the Disable and Arsenal the Rouse is going to be the plan. Think that's going to be the plan here. We did pitch a Pummel, so we can try to, like, pitch stack a little bit here. And plus, Rouse is going to be a very good card for us. So, people have been fatiguing gravies with this deck. I guess I'm just super surprised. Like, I would have to see the plan in action, I guess. I guess it's, I mean, if it's happening, it's happening, you know? So, like, clearly it's doable. Um, 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 um. I think we're going to come in for 7 and then come in for 4. We're going to Arsenal the Zealous Belting, and we're going to IP the Test of Strength. Like, he'll want to use the Might tokens. He'll want to use the Might tokens. Which is fine. Like, I think that's a smart play. It'll probably just be Hammer for 7, but... Versus lower skill gravies, though, with the Victor version of it. I mean, yeah, like, I was like, that just seems like not an effective strategy against, like, a person who understands how to play against fatigue. And even, like, it wouldn't take but, like, a handful of turns, like, maybe 3 to 4 turns for, like, a skilled player to understand how to, like, try and beat this. Aaron, that's just a life I live, brother. It's just a life I live. Hopefully we win this clash. Well, nobody wins this clash, right? So I guess it's fine. Like, I think this is fine. You think Gravy could beat Oldham? I mean, it's very possible that's true. It's very possible that's true. It's a very intriguing take, to be honest. So we're going to break the combat chain. We're going to activate tech plating. And then it's going to be a Nothos 4/6. Battle of the Beards. Gravy versus Oldham would be an intriguing game to watch. If this connects, it'll be the first time we've dealt damage all game. Cool. We are on the board. Took 8 turns. Hey, what's up, Russian? How are you, buddy? Yeah, I don't understand like how I somehow always manage to pair into like the fatigue decks. It happens a lot though. It's also pretty unfortunate that we've drawn into 2 all red hands in 9 turns. Pretty unfortunate. This will be another long game. Yeah, this will be another long game. You know what? I'm just going to leave them with cards in hand. If this is how they want to play it out, I'm just going to Arsenal the pummel, and we're just going to pass. And they can do whatever they want. Okay, well, that feels bad. Sigil puts them to 45, and then they're going to pass the turn. I'm going to... Yeah, we're just going to pitch this to activate tech plating. And then it's going to be pitch Riches of Tropodani to Goldman Estate. Or I'm sorry, to Command and Conquer. And then we do draw into a Goldman Estate for next turn, which is kind of nice. If they want to give up flexors here, I'm okay with this. Okay? Or, like, discarding an extra card, that's fine as well. We're making their defense reactions as bad as possible. We're going to go Riches. Disable Test. I'd like to just be able to throw the Spinal Crush this turn. I mean, they had 9 mites, so we have to consider how we're going to block. Okay. I mean, sure. We're just going to do nothing. So we played 1 gold main estate, which means like we're looking to get value out of the last couple here. We're going to overpitch to the Spinal Crush here and have 2 floating. Make them think about it a little bit. I probably, honestly, Dave, I probably should have IP'd the Test of Strength when they had a Might token. When they had 5 Might tokens in play, it was probably actually correct, but it worked out the way that I played it. I'm not saying that means I made the best play, but it did work out well, thankfully, so... All right, this is going to be 8 go again. Oh, dude. Yeah, they're like super fatiguey here. It's okay, though. It's okay. I learned a lot from Saturday's stream. So we are prepared to try and play the long game. I also understand how to play into fatigue better as like a Guardian. I've played against a lot of like Great Axe Dory fatigue. Maybe not like super fatigue, but like, you know, just like this like super defensive controlling style deck. And so like I feel better equipped to like play against things like this when I'm playing a deck I feel comfortable with. I think part of the issue is that like as Ira, I was really struggling to like figure out where I should be. So Seismic Surge pops. This is going to be 7 go again. The amount of life gain in this deck is intriguing. Sam, we're playing against a fatigue deck, but we're not having another fatigue incident. I'll tell you that. We're definitely not having another fatigue incident. We are playing against full fatigue Victor, which is kind of interesting. I am intrigued by their deck selection, to say the least. I probably should be throwing Hammer more than I am. Great Axe Dory is something. Your Clash luck is horrible. Sometimes Clashes can be rough. You got to be a little careful sometimes with Clashes, Russian. It depends on what you're playing against for sure as well. All right. I mean, yeah. We traded 3 cards for 2 cards on this turn cycle. I was like, as long as we continue to do things like this, we're going to be okay. Another hand like this is great. We're also pitch stacking all of our Golden Suns so we can just try to close the game out. Victor Vapor Rub? Yo, Matt, what are we doing over there? Flying Bread also plays Fatigue at his armories, which is wild in my opinion. I wouldn't want to waste my time doing that, honestly, at my casual armories. I mean, I think some people just enjoy the Fatigue strategy. And, like, while I have had some choice words to say in the past, do whatever makes you happy, man. Like, it's kind of weird to me that some people's idea of fun is ruining everybody else's day. But if that's your idea of fun, then go for it. Who wants to be here till 10:30? Why even play Victor if this is your deck? It feels like there's better things you could be playing for this, right? Like, I actually agree with Sam that I think there are just better things. Flying Bread comes by the chat every now and again. At least to my knowledge, he does. So, like, we may ask. May just straight up ask. We'll pick Go again. We've had a lot of good pressure this game, so we're just going to try and keep it up here. Oh, sure. Like, he plays very quickly. I mean, just another 11-point turn cycle here. Just doing what we can. Feels like this might be the 3rd gold main estate here. With Brad being willing to take damage here and giving up shield, feels like this might be like trying to stack up some mites here. Yep. Just had a feeling. Remembrance. All 3 gold main estates back into the deck. Yep. Also on Last Ditch Effort. I mean, Last Ditch Effort sends a message, that's for sure. So it's going to be Go again into the Crush the Week. Willing to take 2 here? Since we have a Surge, we're able to make a new Surge and then play Crush the Week here, which works out pretty well. If I saw this at my armory, oh boy. Yeah, no, he's playing multiple Remembrance, and he's just trying to Remembrance back in all the gold main estates. That's his only objective this game. I've seen this deck before. That's all he's trying to do. And to be fair, it's a very good mirror plan. It wins a lot of mirrors. Yeah, I mean, we'll do this to play the pummel on our Spinal here, I think. It's fine. Although, maybe I should save it for the Command and Conquer that's coming up in pitch stack here. There's a Command and Conquer coming up in, like, the next hand or two. I was like, if you're willing to take 3, I'm happy to just say okay. If my opponent was willing to just take the 3, I was happy to let it happen. That screamed defense reaction to me. We're going to do it again. We are going to wait for the Command and Conquer because it's coming up here in a turn cycle or two. Rich's drawing into a card's pretty good. I traded 1 card for 3, Pog value. Yeah. I mean, I'm just willing to take a little bit of damage here on the Thunderquake, I think. Trade one, or I'm sorry, on the Cranial Crush. Which I guess could matter because I don't get to draw a card this turn. Like, I'm not super interested in drawing the card. It's more about, like, what we're able to do with it. Yeah, let's just swing this for 4, I guess. This is fine. Stop. This is Value Town. I don't know about that. This is... We're in town, all right, but... Those Goldmane Estates might get us. I think there's a blue on top, I think. They immediately decide not to fight over it. We'll draw a card here. Test of Strength's not what we wanted. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and come in for 11. And then I probably will aim to play the Pummel this time around. Depending on how they block. I think we're supposed to go for it here. There's 2 reacts. There's 2 reacts. I'm aiming to try and get the... What are the... Like, the Goldmane Estate out of the hand, but feels improbable. Oh, we do get a Goldmane Estate out. Interesting. I wonder if there was 2. So there is 0 copies of Goldmane Estate left at this point. There's also not really any go again, I don't think. No, I did want to pay. Sorry, opponent. We'll just go ahead and come in for 10. They also have to, like, have a way to close the game out. I don't know. Horse on horse crime. Like, there may not be a way for, like... is the Remembrance just going to be enough to, like, get all the cards out of my deck over and over again? Like, is that their plan? Because now we're winning so much, I might just start giving up cards from my hand. Lol. Okay. 17 Might tokens sends a message. I will tell you that. 17 Might tokens sends a message. I think we're just going to throw the Macho Grande for 8, and then we're just going to go ahead and arsenal. We're going to heave the Thunderquake here. Okay. I mean, I suppose you play Goldmane Estate 9 times in the mirror, you probably win. Hammer for 21. I might take this to an armory, 0 new cards. So what's the plan here? We're down to 11. I mean, if this is something like a Golden Sun, which I don't even know if they're on. This is something like a Golden Sun from them. Like, they could just end the game out of nowhere, right? Or like a Macho. I mean, most things probably ends the game here. He's playing 3 copies of Remembrance, and he's literally just trying to play like 12 copies of Goldmane Estate over the course of the game. I mean, I guess just like looking to draw the rest of your deck. There's probably a like dominate card or an overpower somewhere is probably what they're looking for. Or they just want all the cards to meme on me. Oh. So pretty much no matter how we block here, we're dead. And by pretty much, I mean no matter how we block. Yep. We'll just take 16 and die. Good game, opponent. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pretty incapable of like understanding how you enjoy that kind of stuff, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah, no, I mean, I think like Last Ditch fits into it really well. I agree. Like, unfortunately, I knew what their game plan was the moment they like after like turn 3. When they pitched a Remembrance, like they pitched 2 Remembrances, like 2 Remembrance together on turn 1. I knew exactly what their game plan was. It was definitely like not to fatigue me. It was to kill me with like a bunch of gold main estates. Now, I will say I've seen some normal Victor lists that play 1 copy of Remembrance, and they do that as a way to try to get to the end game. But that's definitely a way to attack the Guardian Mirror. I will say that. Op was on 3 Remembrance and was aiming to play as many estates as possible. They closed it out with Last Ditch Effort for 29, I think is how many it came in for. So, oh well. Hopefully I don't run into that at the, hopefully we don't run into that in Kansas City. And if I do, then cool. Clapped indeed. Being hit for 29 with Last Ditch Effort is quite a way to die. I will say that. I'm glad that I play decks that don't go to fatigue. I'd rather lose fast or just win. I mean, I definitely like. I think we're supposed to go second. I like. Don't get me wrong. I definitely like to play. Like, I don't mind games going long. I would rather play a better deck. Like, I played Oldham when it was in because it was the only way that I could reliably beat Lexi. So I played it back then. But I agree that, like, fatiguing people's not a lot of fun. We're on 2 Pummels, we're on 3 Rouse, and we're on Zealous. Again, we could be on Clashes. Okay. Or not. We'll just reset everything we had and wait for somebody else. Like, there's a decent chance we could probably play Clashes and get away with it inside of that matchup. I don't know. Good luck and have fun, opponent. We want to be on Small Hammer here. We're going to be on Crown of Providence. Choke Slam, Crush the Weak. 2, 3, and 3. And we're just looking to get aggressive here. Just trying to play offense here. I believe in Jarl. Yeah, dude, thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. It's storming here in Michigan. Perfect video game or Talishar and relaxed weather. I mean, that's nice, though. It's nice that you can kind of, like, hang out, you know? Like, some hobbies you can't do when it's raining. And I know how, like, frustrating that can be. I'm pretty content just, like, blocking 6 and blocking 6 here. Sure. I don't know what they're trying to do here. If they throw an attack at the end of the chain, we get punished, but... it's kind of weird because, like, I don't really consider, like, trying to fatigue chain as, like, a fatigue strategy. You could fatigue chain just by playing the game. Like, there was a few decks that like I played back then that tried to fatigue chain, and like it was just how it played out. I think we're just gonna IP the Test of Iron Grip here. Yeah, like we like the game just kind of like pivoted to fatigue in the middle of the game, unfortunately. Wasn't I don't think like there was definitely some decks that were like trying to fatigue him from the start of the game, but we are not going to Arsenal. It's kind of nice because they have to play around Test of Iron Grip the rest of the turn, which is kind of cool. Also gives their next thing +4, so man, I don't know. There were some good chains that I watched get fatigued back in the day. Like I think it was easier than most people realize to get fatigued as chain, if I'm being honest. Like, don't get me wrong, like I understand what you're saying, that like good chains would not get fatigued, but like there were some times when it didn't matter. Like you just got fatigued because of the way you drew sometimes as chain, I feel like. I watched that happen quite a bit. Activate grains. And then we're just going to say no blocks here. What do they have on top of their deck? I should Savor Bloodshed. So as long as we're not marked, we're fine. I mean, that card's a 0 for 4, which I'm okay with. And then we're just going to hit them with the Millers. More than likely, they don't have an attack, which is fine with me. I'm okay with just exchanging like nothing for nothing here. Also, like there's a chance that like they just block this. Like they could just give a card and like Dynamos here, and I think that's a win for us. Hey, what's up, Wally? No, I know we have Trounce on top, but like there's a good dual threat. Spicy. But there's still a good chance, in my opinion, that like they just have a miss on top. Plus, they're just willing to block for it. Like they probably forgot that I had a Trounce on top. So again, I think this is like a win for us. There are not a lot of cards in this matchup that like really have good impact against our opponent. Command and Conquer is a good example. There's probably a world where we should be on some number of pummels in this matchup. We won with what, a Headbutt and then a Command and Conquer, and they have a Scar Tissue on top. They have a way to mark us here. It feels pretty bad, but I'm still just going to throw Command and Conquer for 7. We're not threatening the pummel in any capacity, but just throwing it for 7's fine, I think. Taylor, for you, you can have a picture in Kansas City. For you, buddy. Just for you. You're such a troll, Taylor, I swear. Chain was pretty broken. I mean, Chain was a pretty powerful deck. Chain was a pretty powerful deck, able to do some really cool stuff. All right, we got Crown of Providence out of the way. Win with an E-Strike. Feels pretty good. If we want to, like, super Greed Monster here and keep our hand, we could, but... What do you guys think about using Flexors here to dodge getting marked? I mean, they could just play something else, but I want to force it. I want to force the issue. They have one fealty. I want to force it if I can. I think I'm okay just... using flexors here. Felt like a pretty good use of our turn cycle. Do we go for... We have to go for the Command and Conquer, right? Like, just forcing cards here is just too good. Drawing into a gold mana state kind of sucks, but I would have rather had that have been the next card on top of our deck. But beggars can't be choosers. I can't believe we died last game to a last-ditch effort for 29. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love that so much. We're probably just going to look to block with 3 cards here. Okay. I mean, just throwing 12 is pretty good, considering we're up a point. Yeah, no, denying Fang the hero ability is like really the big idea behind using flexors there. Okay, 2 shelters from hand. They're going to take 4. Chokeslam doesn't matter. We'll just Arsenal this. We can crown it away if we want to. They have a Searing Gaze. We have a Thunderquake. Feels pretty good. Okay, so that turns on their hero text. I think I would rather block with the Thunk here since we know it's not going to do anything. Swing the hammer and then IP the Trounce. I'm not 100% sure if this is the best play or not, but I think it's pretty good. I think that just like, since we didn't like, blocking with the Trounce there wasn't generating more value for us going into our next turn cycle. So I think that just, yeah, like, and they're even blocking the hammer. I love this so much. People make mistakes like this and block the hammer all the time. And so now we can give up the Trounce. Yeah, into a Spinal Crush is awesome. I think we're okay just blocking here. We're going to draw 2 cards, which means unless we go red, we can throw the Spinal Crush. Okay, so we're going to take 4 and get marked. Maybe you should look at giving up some more equipment here. Pot of Greed. Make a new Surge and throw Spinal Crush for 10. Feels pretty good. They'll probably give up 2 cards in Dynamos if I had to guess. I've never lost a clash to a warrior. I have failed to win, but I've never lost a clash to a warrior, I don't think. I know I've lost clashes to ninja before. If they have a D-React... Oh, okay, sure. That makes sense. Ooh, I'm marked. I was already marked, I think, from the... 0 for 4. I actually think I'm just okay with this. I think I'm just okay with this. I would rather leave the Trounce on top of my deck for next turn, I think, than generate another gold here. That's fine with me. I didn't know Victor could play Tipple. Yo, dude. Riches of Tropeldani is Pot of Greed in this deck, dude. It is 100% Pot of Greed. An additional attack? Okay, well, that's not great. I think that's fine, though, right? We're going to jam this. If they give it go again and then attack with something else, I will block with the E-Strike and just throw the hammer. I wanted to throw the Disable to try and, like, force their hand a little bit. Actually, should we do that? We should probably say no blocks here and just try to get them with a Disable. Oh, Sag. Okay. Guess I got a little too greedy there. We should be at 21 right now. I don't know. So like the disable doesn't do anything now, but I also just hate to like throw. I mean, it's damage, right? It's damage. We'll just throw 7. So warrior, right? It's almost guaranteed mill card with that hammer. I don't understand what you what you mean by that in mistakes, Josh. I'm not quite following, buddy. Wow. Well, that feels bad. That feels pretty bad. Not winning that clash sucks. So we have a test of Iron Grip on top of our deck? We're just going to give guaranteed value here. We're just going to get guaranteed value off of our equipment this turn cycle. I think we're going to keep our life total up and swing the hammer.
Let's freaking go.
We didn't lose. We failed to win. We didn't lose. We failed to win. Hey, Brian Huang, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time, and they are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Also, if you're here and you're new, I'd appreciate it if you like, follow, subscribe, all those free buttons. It goes a long way in helping me out. I'd really appreciate that. It means a lot. Where is Peck Perfect in your deck? I do not have Peck Perfect in my deck. Oh, sure. You're saying that they block it a lot. Okay, sure. That's fair. I have a red on top. Getting that 4 the Drakai feels pretty good. This is for 5. Oh, Saver. That's right. I mean, I hate to do it, but I think we have to. Feels really bad, but I think this is the plan. I don't even know how many clashes we have left. There's 3 tests of Iron Grips down. All 3 trounces are gone. We've seen 0 tests of strengths. No, we've seen 1 test of strength. Is all we've seen. No, 2. There's 2 tests of strength. So there's 1 left. I don't remember putting 1 on the bottom, but we might have. We'll just go ahead and block with the equipment piece here. Try to get value out of it where we can. We take 1. We do get marked because it is a 2nd chain link or higher. They just refuse to get got by Command and Conquer, huh? They refuse to get got by Command and Conquer. Which, I mean, I think a lot of people are starting to realize, like, as the game is maturing, that Command and Conquer, like, you can take a lot of the power from Command and Conquer away by just not arsenaling. But Peck Perfect is perfect. I mean, Peck Perfect is, like, pretty cool card, right? No, that's fine. We'll leave that on top. It's my last Clash card, so feel pretty comfortable with that. So if I block 8 with gauntlets, I am not playing around the... I am not playing around the... whatever the have three or more fealties is called. I don't know. I just don't want to get blown out by something, right? Like... winning with a thunk feels pretty good. Hunsin, that's what I was thinking of, and they have exactly that, which feels bad. Like, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Hunsin, yeah, thank you. Have they finally decided to Arsenal? They have. How about that? How about that? Well, hopefully we can force some cards out of your hand. Just gonna take 6, lose the dual threat? Sure. I was gonna say, is there a world we're supposed to try and go 7 into 10 to close the game? But I don't think we could live if we did that. I think we're just supposed to block 9 this turn cycle. What kills us from here? Hunt's End is... what is Hunt's End? 5? So we would be taking 3. So nothing kills us. Double Hunt's End, I guess. We would be taking 3 to 5. No, even then we go to 1. Double Hunt's End doesn't kill us. They may not give a shit about this thing, but it is 10 damage, so we're just going to try and push it. There's 0 clashes left in our deck to bail us out. Yeah, there's no shot. I was like, there's no shot they're going to 1. Okay, so they go to 7. All right, well, this is a scary place to be in. He's on a lot of attacks. All the Fangs are now. Tropal Donnie's not as good as I'd like for it to be, right? Tropal Donnie is not as good as I'd like for it to be. And this requires at least 1 card from hand if they want to go to 1. And then we're probably just going to... this is tough. It depends on how many cards they give, right? I mean, the last Hunson just kills us, right? Or is there 2 left? How many of the Tooth of the Dragons have they played? I'm... How many Hunsons have they played? We should find Hunson, and we should find... So... H. There's 1 Hunson that's been played, and they've played 3 Tooth of the Dragons. I feel like I'm just going to die to Hunson, but I don't know that I... Yeah, I was like, I just don't think I can beat it from here. I just don't think we could win the game from there, right? Because if we blocked with 2 cards, they arsenal this, and then we're in the exact same spot next turn with nothing to do. I think we have to draw better earlier if we're gonna win that match. Like we have to not draw like those like really like lackluster hands where we're throwing Perennial Crush and other like nonsense that doesn't really matter. Like that's already a close matchup. Warrior's already something that Guardian struggles with, in my opinion. Like the clashes are good, and like Dory's pretty good because it's trying to be an aggro deck. But these mid-rangey like Guardian decks, or I'm sorry, these mid-rangey Warrior decks are something that Guardian really struggles with. At least I really struggle with it. And I think if you're winning that matchup, like if you're winning those matchups consistently, I honestly think it's a little bit more luck, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like it's not a good matchup. Wasn't able to pressure the way I needed to early with mites or relevant on hits. Fell behind and tried to fight back late, but wasn't enough. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Maybe I'm sideboarding wrong. Maybe I'm bringing the wrong 60 cards to that matchup. Yeah, Kasai's a hard matchup too. Kasai's a very hard matchup. This is also like one of those like tougher matchups. Chokeslam, Crush the Weak. Okay. I don't really know why you'd leave. This is like a real matchup you could play. Are you going to leave too, or would you like to play this game? Okay, they'd like to play. Cool. Let's play this game then. So Chokeslam, Crush the Weak, E-Strikes, Test of Iron Grip, Trounce, and 2 Zealous Belting. Or, I'm sorry, 2 Rouse the Ancients is the way to go. I've just committed to not playing Pummels in a lot of these matchups. Sometimes they fear the headband. I don't know about that. I don't think anybody fears the headband. Although I do appreciate it. Let's see. Ira, we are going second. And they're just going to pass. Sure. I'm pretty content just like making a surge and then throwing the hammer after this. I mean, Victor's favored into Iroh, but like I still think it's a pretty close matchup. They're just very like dirtily, so it's easy for us to just kind of like sit around and not do a lot. I think Aaron's version of the deck is a lot better into me than like most versions of the deck. Yeah, the new spec is really good in Kasai. I think the new spec's actually insane. I think the new spec is actually insane. Hey, let's go. Kevin with 3 months of Prime support. Dude, Kevin, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the 3 months, buddy. It means a lot. All right. And like we have a Spinal Crush on top, and we just get rid of the looking for a scrap. Like just being able to get cards off the top is very nice. Feels very clean. We're going to take 1. I'm going to block with this so that we have something to reclash with later. We're going to block this to slow them down, and then we're going to throw the Miller's Grindstone here. Arsenal to Spinal Crush and just set up a little bit. See how much they want to respect the hammer this game. See how much they want to respect the hammer this game. I'm pretty content with like trading resources like this. We'll take the first Kadachi. Ooh, Pouncing Paws. Interesting. So this is for 1 because of Ira? Sure, I'll take 1. That's fine. Dual threat? Okay, that makes sense. I think we'll just take 4 here and plan to block whatever comes next. Actually, I wonder if I'm supposed to block... Sorry, opponent. I'd like to block there, I think, actually. I think we're just okay blocking with the choke slam. And then we'll see what they throw, because I think I'm okay with blocking 6. I think I'm just okay with blocking 6 here and taking 2. And then we'll swing the hammer. They've done a good job of like trying to get tempo, but I think that me tanking a bunch of damage this turn just to send a Spinal Crush is incorrect. I think we're supposed to try and wait out some of like Ira's more offensive turns and look to utilize clashes to get back into the game. And if they're willing to block 2 cards on hammer the rest of the game, I total win for me. Total win for us, I think. It's also reliant on us winning clashes. The one thing I don't like about Miller's Grindstone is that it adds a lot of variance to the matchup, and that scares me. 100% scares me that it adds a lot of like variance to the matchup. I think I'm okay with this, right? Oh well. Guess we'll just let it sit. Oh well. Hey Brian, what's up, buddy? Yeah, the double trouble dual threat CNC turn is actually insane. I love doing that. I think Brock, that was our game, wasn't it? Was that the turn where I had double dual threat? Double dual threat on the CNC for 12? Am I thinking of the correct game? Yeah, it was. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that was that game. Not winning on our first set of clashes feels kind of bad here. We're just going to throw Spinal Crush. We know they have the Flick Flack in hand, but I don't really think we care about them having Flick Flack. Oh, they're going to give us 2D reacts here. Flick Flack and X, which is like, oh, okay, Sink Below from Arsenal. Do they put a card on the bottom? They do put a card on the bottom. And then play the Flick Flack, and they have 3 cards to play offense with. Dude, that was not me flexing on you, bro. But I have to tell you, the double dual threat turn was kind of insane. That needed to make its way to YouTube Shorts. We're going to let this leak over just a little bit here. This one we will block with a Trounce. Yeah, we are going to break the shield and target ourselves. We need to win this one. I was like, this is where we get to where like we need to start winning clashes. I think I'm just okay with blocking like this. Like trading 2 cards here is fine. I'm going to make a Surge, and then we're going to swing the hammer for 5 and IP the Test of Strength for next turn. I love this. I absolutely love when we trade 2 cards like this. We are going to skip our Arsenal. Command and Conquer looks to be pretty solid. Say no blocks on the first Kodachi. I'm pretty much always taking the first Kodachi situationally. We'll block like this. I think I'm okay with this. Winning into a Wallop's kind of cool. Winning into a Wallop is kind of cool. Wonder what they name. I'm really curious to know what they name here. Name Command and Conquer and I just cry. They did. Lol. The memes. The memes. Well, I'm just going to make a new surge and throw the debilitate, and we'll just arsenal the CNC. That's fine. We'll just set it up for another turn. I think I'm okay with just being a little patient here. Got to be a D-react, right? Naming Command and Conquer makes a lot of sense when you're trying to protect your arsenal. That is a defense reaction, so I am here for it. Plus, with the win on the wallop, it definitely could have been CNC pummel that hand. We had the resources to make CNC pummel work that turn. I mean, we're not playing pummels into them, but they don't know that. Everybody just assumes you play pummel into them. Everybody assumes that, which it's like it's like playing pummel is like one of the best like guardian things you can do. I feel like. We're trading 5 for 5 here, so I'm pretty willing to block like this. We're gonna target ourselves. Okay. Winning that one feels pretty nice. I will be pretty quick to block with the thunk here. And maybe the choke slam. The red choke slam, just to clarify. Keeping the blue for something else could be better. I'm the Slippy at the Singapore Calling that passed you that cool sleeve. Hey, dude, Eric, let's go, man. I've got the sleeve sitting over on my chest of drawers, man. Dude, thank you for that sleeve. I thought that was really cool. Like, this game is really hard was such a fun sleeve idea. I really appreciate you being willing to share that with me, man. It was really cool. I appreciate that. We are on Miller's Grindstone, mostly trying to help us into Verdance. And, like, it has play into other matchups where we can, like, open the door to things. But, let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. I like just throwing CNC for 7 here. Setting up mites for next turn. While our opponent decides how they want to block this, I'm going to pull up the list so we can talk about what we played against. So to start the stream out, we beat a Teklo round 1. We beat a Riptide. We lost to a Marlin. We lost to Remembrance Fatigue Victor. We just lost a close game to a Fang, and now we're playing Ira. So the matchup spread's been a little all over the place tonight, which is like good. Like, you won a variety of games, in my opinion. I just wish there were more wins in the column tonight. I mean, dude, the game is really hard. Like, Flesh and Blood is a very hard game, so I feel like everybody in the world can relate to that sleeve, man. Like, I just feel like everybody can relate to that sleeve. It's so real. It's so real. We'll take 1 here. We'll probably block with E-Strike on this. Actually, you know what? Let's just take 2. Let's just take 2. I'm going to try and throw the Command and Conquer for 9 here. We are going to target ourselves and win the clash. I hate that we had to give up a gold for that. The clashes are a little clunky tonight, but suppose it's just part of the game sometimes. We could go E-Strike for 8 into Command and Conquer. I don't know that I like that play as much, though. I think we're just going to overpitch and Arsenal the Spinal Crush here and just throw CNC for 9. I think we'll just throw the CNC for 9. Yeah, setting up Spinal Crush is fine. Almost like, as much as I like Spinal Crush in this matchup, I kind of wish it was almost a choke slam so that we could plan on having like just a 2-card play next turn. I love that we're trading 1 card for 3 right now. This feels like a massive W for us. I mean, I guess when they're blocking 3 cards, we don't need a... Well, Arsenal the Debilitate? Have a 2-card play? Seems fine. I don't know. Like, it seems okay. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of Arsenaling the Blue Debilitate. I've honestly been back and forth a little bit over the last like few weeks of whether or not Red Debilitate should be making the cut. I'm gonna refresh here just in case it's me. I don't know. Like, I kind of like the idea of Red Debilitate. Red Debilitate seems cool, but it doesn't feel very impactful, I feel like, is one of the things that scares me about it. Kind of wish we were drawing more Disruption here. Like, you kind of want Clashes or Disruption, and when you draw both, it's insane. But you kind of want one or the other. And so I feel like not drawing into... Like, we're probably just looking at throwing this Debilitate from our arsenal, which kind of makes me sad. Now let's block like this. I'll take one here. That seems fine. Mauling Key for 5. It's a pretty good hand. I think we're just going to block to stop them from going wide. Like, we'll just try to preserve some damage here. We can always just, like, crown this away if we need to. Command and Conquer seems a lot better as, like, a good disruption piece. And if we need to use Crown here, we will. They're going to leak some more damage off the Kodachis. We just have to, like, make sure that we're not letting them leak too much damage. I think we're going to shoot to hit a blue off the top. And if we hit a red, it is what it is. Yellow seems fine. We're just going to throw Command and Conquer. There's nothing to, like, really get with their arsenal. I don't know. Maybe I should have just blocked 2 cards and just given up the Command and Conquer since we didn't really, like, have anything to do that was impactful. Maybe it was better to just block 2 cards and stay at 19. I just feel like if we, like, continue through, like, this life cycle like this of just, like, repetitively, like, blocking and then not really doing anything, I feel like we're falling into, like, the trap that Ira wants to play. So the longer the game goes, the more times Ira gets to activate her hero ability, like, the higher chances she's going to win, I think. And it's kind of how, like, Aaron explained it to me, so I think that's, like, how I picture it in my head. Yep, we'll just do this and swing the hammer. This is fine. Like, we got the life lead that we wanted, and Miller's Grindstone, if it's not blocked, helps us make sure we have the deck advantage too, so that we're winning on life and we're winning on cards in deck. 2 cards for the hammer is a total win. It's a total win. If they throw Kodachi for 2, I will block with Test of Iron Grip here. Just to get their last card. Yeah, getting dual threat is amazing. You love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Visit the Goldmane Estate. Rips us into the Macho Grande we knew about. And then we'll just go ahead and throw Crush the Weak for 7. We can always Miller's Grindstone for 8 next turn, which is great for us. My head is a very scary place. What does that mean, Josh? I'm not going to disagree with you, but what does that mean? Hey, what's up, Holden? How are you, buddy? Holden, are you coming to Kansas City, dude? Is like Kansas City like closest to you where you're at? Because you're in Ohio, right? Or Kentucky? It's like Ohio or Kentucky. I can't remember which one. It's one of them, if I remember correctly, though. Not going? Sad. I mean, again, I don't really know what you mean by, like, being in my head, Josh. Oh, so I guess you'd have to fly. I guess you'd have to fly to Kentucky. Or I'm sorry, you'd have to fly to Kansas City. I was like, because I'm flying to Kansas City. Refresh the page here. They might have, like, another 1 for 5 or something, which would feel bad. I don't really want to give up 4 mites worth of value, so I think we're just supposed to take 5. We could have technically blocked one more point. We blocked 6 on a 4. And if I had waited, if I'd given them the hit and then blocked 3 on 6, I would have gotten one more point out of it. So technically I could have blocked one more, but none of my driving buddies are going. Gotcha. I figured Raj would be there. He goes to like about every event. I see Raj at almost everything, I feel like. Or maybe I've like made that up in my head. Let's draw a card. Cranial Crush, just preventing them from drawing cards could be good, plus it's 8 damage. He's got work stuff. Oh, Sag. Because who knows what we would find? I'm sure Carly would be in it, but I can't imagine seeing the love for horse and what that would look like. I mean, dude, Carly's pretty much the only thing that happens up here. Like, it's cards and Carly. Like, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, fam. My, like, not much going on up here. I guess when I'm at work, it's a little different, but I don't think there's any buffs they can play on this, but just in case. Just in case. And we went with a wallop? Nice. Winning with a wallop's kind of baller. 2 Vigors and a Surge Pop. We're going to play Gold Main Estate. Make a new Surge. Do we just want to throw 9? I mean, I guess Dominate's just better, right? Like, why would we not throw Dominate when we could? We don't have an on-hit effect, and I want to be able to make a 1-card Golden Sun play for 17 next turn. I don't feel like Kentucky's a very small state. I feel like Kentucky's pretty wide, actually. Like, I feel like you could drive for, like, 5 to 6 hours and not get from one end to the other. I feel like Kentucky's a pretty large state, actually. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I felt like... we're just going to take 1. This is fine. I'm just willing to go to 9 here. It's just a lot of blues. And, like, not a lot of high-impact stuff left in their deck at this point. So, there's not much stuff we have to contend with. Dude, Kentucky's, like, almost as, like, wide as Tennessee, I'm pretty sure. Tennessee takes, like, 8 hours to drive from one end to the other, bro. Yeah, dude, it takes literally 8 or 9 hours to get through Tennessee, dude. You're, like, on crack, Josh. I mean, hopefully 17's enough to close the game out, but we'll see. All right, so we do break a gold, and 17 overpower. I don't think there's any D-Reacts left. This should be enough to close the game out. Yeah, you drive through Tennessee like this, dummy. You don't drive through Tennessee like this. You're such a forehead, Josh. Geography works both ways, you boob. So they'd have to have 2 D-Reacts here? No, they just said good game. Okay. All right, well, no, I did not know there was a Scar for a Scar left. No, it doesn't? Okay. Josh is just rage baiting tonight. Josh is just rage baiting confirmed. Yo, guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. Appreciate you guys chilling. Appreciate y'all being here while we are playing cards and prepping for Kansas City this coming weekend. Let's see. We did get a win. Played patient and blocked until we got clash value. Then used estate to turn the game around. CNC played a big role in putting us on offense. All right. Let's keep the good times rolling. Let's see. It's 9:15. We probably got time for 1 or 2 more, depending on how it goes, how fast the games go. Where's the Jarl gameplay? I'm trying to watch 40% win rate heroes. LOL. I guess we want to go second in this matchup. Hey, it's Brock. Brock, good luck to you, man. Have fun, brother. This is a tough matchup. I wonder if we're supposed to be on Big Hammer. You know what? Let's try it. Chokeslam is really good. This has me on all 3 Rouse the Ancients. It has me on 2 Pummels. We're on Zealous as well. And then it also has me on Crush the Week, just as a 2-card 7, I suppose. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. This is not a good matchup. For us. We'll see if we can get lucky here. KO, we are going second. Dude, Holden, you would have fell in love with this place. Somebody hit me with I'd rather block with the Macho here. Somebody hit me with the last ditch effort for 29 in the Victor Mirror earlier. It was wild. Not a fan of how swingy MPG has made Guardian Mirrors. What do you mean by swingy? Maybe I haven't ran into it yet, but like, maybe I just haven't ran into what we're talking about yet. All right, we're going to come in with the Zealous Belting here. If they give me Flush Bag, I consider this a big win. Am I the only one that's impatient when people take too long on their Talishar turn? Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm a little impatient, especially depending on the hero that you're playing. My like patience level like rises or falls depending on like what happens. But yeah, I get that way sometimes. I definitely feel that, Matt. Like I think a lot of us do that. When I'm live, I try to have a lot more patience with people because I try to have a lot more patience with people when I'm live. Because I think it's Sorry. I try to have a lot more patience with people when I'm live because I end up talking to you guys a lot, so we may take a bunch of damage to try and play the pummel here. We may just try to play the pummel. All right, so we took 6 to try to like get the CNC pummel through. We have to fight through Flesh Bag, and honestly, like just representing that we have it is really one of the best ways to like force Flesh Bag out. Yeah, they have a really good hand. They may just give us Flesh Bag, Sash, and Leathers here. I don't know. Against the Kano, I'm super patient, but if it's like a Syndra, I have a small amount. I actually think that's fair. I actually think that's fair, Dallos. I mean, like, there are some decks that require more time and patience, right? And I get that. I think a lot of people understand that, for sure. I'm everyone's bane on Talishar. It's my 3rd day playing tabletop. Are you... Like, when you say TT, do you mean like you're playing Tabletop Simulator? Is that what you mean? Vashi? Also, like, kind of a cool name. Kind of like your name. Improbable that we win the test of strength here, but we could. We're going to block and hope we get lucky. Yep, we both have 6s, so nothing happens. Hopefully we don't just have to, like, block a ton this turn. But if we do, we do. I would like to make a surge and throw Crush the Week. Not that Crush the Week really matters, but... They set up another 5-card hand. Crush the Week doesn't really have text in this matchup. Just throwing 7's better than throwing 6 here. We could have like angled for a play to like pummel crush the week here, but I don't think that was correct. Have you committed to Victor for KC? Yes, I have. Oh, is TT the crying emoji? I did not know that. Man, I feel like such a boomer sometimes, dude. It's a face? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, dude, if it's your third day playing, Vashi, like, then that's perfectly okay. And I feel like most people are pretty understanding. Like, I think a lot of people are pretty understanding to the fact that, like, you know, if you're new to the game, that's okay, you know? Like, be new and learn the game. If you tell me, like, when you join the lobby, if you invite me to chat and you tell me you're a new player, I'm never bothered. I'm like, take your time. Like, we're playing games. We're here to have a good time. Like, take your time. I will actively tell people that. I completely get that. What did you think of Valda? Ghost, I think Valda's really good. I personally think Valda's like really good. And if I had enough time to prep, I honestly might consider playing Valda. If I had enough time to prep, I would probably consider playing Volda for Kansas City this weekend. I just don't have the time that I want. They have a Reckless Swing. Well, we have the Pummel. They might give 2 cards here, and they have the Rally, which means if they give Rally a card, they could block 5. They could give Sash as well for 7, and then they could be prepared to block it. It's old head shit. That's so funny, dude. I've been forcing myself to play multiple decks, so I understand the mechanics. When you say Dash, Dashio. Wait, OG Dash doesn't exist anymore. Okay, yeah, so I get that. Yeah, 07's the salute. I know because somebody told me that. I only know that because somebody told me. See if someone sends the thinking message on Talishar, I'm fine. I just hate when people say nothing. Now that I agree with. If you don't say anything and like you're taking a long time, that kind of frustrates me. That's kind of weird. I'll send people messages and be like, refresh the page because I think we're waiting on them. So we don't have a gold to throw the Golden Sun? Am I supposed to block 3, throw 7, and Arsenal Rouse? I think so. This game has started in like not an awful way for us. So, I don't know. Like, this game started in not a terrible way for us. We also had the option of not blocking and throwing 11. But that would have required all 4 cards in my hand. It would have been worth 1 more point. But I think keeping my life total up here is just a little bit better. Discard a card to rally. Yeah. Okay, so they still have the Reckless Swing in their hand, I think. This is giving me aim vibes. Yo, have you been talking to my wife, dude? Like, I'm being funny because, like, so Carly's a little bit older than me. And Carly talks about, like, using aim for, like, instant messenger. And, like, I never had that in my life. Things go over his headband sometimes. Josh, that might be one of the funniest like uses of like my headband you've ever had, bro. That was actually pretty funny, Josh. That was pretty good, dude. Go Power Rangers. Do 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 do. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Light speed rescue. Da, 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 da.
Let's freaking go.
Hey, let's go.
Love to see it.
Bashy, dude, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that whole bunch. Thank you. It really means a lot. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? I think we're just supposed to get aggressive here. I think we're supposed to go to 16 and get aggressive. I'm 31. I don't think I'm that ancient, bro. I'm 29. Like, you're not that much older than me. You're not that much older than me at all, bro. I think we're supposed to try to get greedy here as well. Okay. Crack our gold. Ooh, it's thunderstorming outside. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. That would be unfortunate. Hey, I do remember MySpace. I do remember MySpace. I had a MySpace when I was like in middle school. So we crack a gold. And if we hit a blue, we get to go 7 go again into Spinal Crush. Or I could pitch this. Wait, can I just do this into Spinal Crush regardless? Hey, what's up, Y? How are you, buddy? I think we can just do this into Spinal Crush no matter what, right? Yeah, I think this is just 7 into Spinal Crush regardless. This is a really good turn cycle for us. But I lurk a lot. I'm sick, so no work, so can't stay up late and watch. Dude, why? Dude, no apologies whatsoever, man. If you are like sick or taking care of your life, you never have to apologize to me at all. Like, I just appreciate you watching, man. Like, I know I have friends who just like to support me because like I'm their friend and they don't even understand Flesh and Blood. And they literally tell me, they're like, yeah, I just turn on like your stream and I just like let it play like in a minimized tab while I'm like playing video games at night. So it's like, even if like you just have it on and you're just watching me, I appreciate that. It means a lot. Like, it really does. Hey, we got to 790 followers, dude. We're 10 followers away from 800 on Twitch. That's really cool. That's pretty cool. We just crossed 3,500 YouTube subs last night, and then we're now 10 followers away from 800 on Twitch. That's pretty cool. Okay, Censor, Command and Conquer, Beast Within, Roughshod, Sea Legs, Blood Rush. Yo. Pausarino, big dog. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Golden Sun here and try to go for like lethalies with it. Oh, dude, the deck yesterday that Damien built, it's wild. It's an interesting deck. Damien is on some sauce for sure. It's kind of cool though. Man, I was probably just supposed to. That sucks. So they discarded a card and they had CNC. They do have a CNC. So like it would have to be the one card on top of their deck. Am I supposed to draw a card here? Interesting. I think we'll just throw this. I don't want to Arsenal with him having CNC on top, right? Oh, dude, Damien was cooking something. He might have been burning the house down, but he was cooking, bro. It's actually kind of a pretty cool deck. Like, I like to give Damien a lot of shit, but like, if you haven't tried the deck, it's kind of sweet. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, hitting 3 reds there was tough. Like, drawing back-to-back reds was tough. I sometimes put your stream on while sleeping because of time difference, and sometimes I wake up to an aggro laugh jump scare. Oh, dude, silly. It's so funny that you wake up to that, bro. That cracks me up so much. I appreciate you putting the stream on while you're asleep, but that's so funny, bro. That is so funny. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! No! No!
Go. You love to see it.
That is so unfortunate. Hey, let's go. Lot28. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, there are 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys. My favorite part of the game is bar none the community, so please tell me about yourselves. So, like, if you put a gun to my head and you made me pick Twitch or YouTube, I like Twitch's interface better. I like the way that, like, I like that there's less lag on Twitch. I like how, I like that there's less lag. I like that there is, like, I just like the interface better, personally. But I have more of a viewership on YouTube than I do on Twitch. So if you made me pick which platform I streamed on, it would definitely be on YouTube. It would definitely be on YouTube. Dromai versus Oldhim or Victor versus KO might be the most played matchup of all time. That's actually very possible. I can see that. Like, that actually makes a lot of sense. The red off the gold pop is truly a Victor experience. That's so funny. Yeah, YouTube can't be beat. I completely agree. Fab is just more on YouTube in general. So I think that's because a lot of people like to watch VODs of things, and watching VODs does happen on Twitch. And I get followers for people watching VODs on Twitch, but it's not as common. It's like not nearly as common for people to watch VODs on Twitch as it is YouTube. And plus, like, I feel like videos for, like, most people do better than live streams on YouTube, because YouTube is known as the platform where I can sit and watch something casually and, like, pause it or come back to it and not have to worry about it. I think I'm gonna go to 4. The idea of going Rouse into Crush the Week probably ends the game here. Oh, backbreaking. That does feel bad. God, now we might have just given them an opportunity to get back into the game with a pulping or something. Them having the sensor hurts really bad. We're just gonna throw 8. We're gonna throw 8 instead of 7 here. Watching live on YouTube is better if you know you'll have to check out, but YouTube also presents the mods to you. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, Michael. I'm not exactly sure I'm following. Watching live on YouTube is better if you know you'll have to check out. If you know you'll have to check out. Like, are you saying, like, if you mean, like, if you, like, you may have to step away or do something else, or, like, just follow up, like, on something else in general? Is that what you mean? I wish there was more content of people playing decks so I could deserve and learn Gravy. So I will tell you, Vashi, like, if you're, like, talking about on YouTube, there is a lot of people who put out, like, Gravy Bones games and, like, other things. Like, you can find videos on almost any deck you want on YouTube. It's hard to find that on Twitch. There's only a handful of us. Well, actually, there was only 2 people I know that stream Flesh and Blood consistently on Twitch, and one of them is on a hiatus because of burnout right now. So it's kind of tough to find. I assume they're going to activate Rally. Yes, yeah, yeah. Fino's been doing a really good job of, like, getting more games out there for sure. We're not going to make it gold. We're just going to throw 7 and threaten the pummel here, and if they don't respect it, we'll get them. Hey, Dylan, what's up, brother? If you can't continuously watch, sure. When you learn the fundamentals, that when you move on to the complicated stuff, that's why I said that. You can check out the recent Gravy deck tech by Pro Tour SG Champion as a starting point. Oh yeah, Brian makes a good point. I'm okay with this. I'll just Arsenal the pummel. Like, we win this battle of the pummel right here. We win the pummel battle right here because we're able to just, like, throw it on hammer over and over and over again. But yeah, so Pro Tour Singapore just happened, Vashi, and that was Gravy Bones won that. And I think there's like an entire deck tech from the person who won. Suriu, I believe is their name. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Drew, I love you too, brother. I love you too, Drew. Drew's my man. Man, I'm just gonna win this game. Like, we're in this like loop here. Like, I understand Brock's playing around the pummel, but we're in this like loop here where like I can't lose at this point. Well, I mean, I guess I could technically, but feels highly improbable. Highly, highly, highly improbable. Yes. Sharui Wu. I mean, I know I'm butchering that person's name. I feel so bad. Wow, that was a big thunder. Let's go again. This strips 2 cards. Surge into Chokeslam. Probably just ends the game. Probably just ends the game. If not, the pummel does for sure. Do you win on Jarl tonight? GG's, Brock. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that we were able to win that game, like I think I might have to make a note to go back and like watch that game to see what put us in the driver's seat there, because normally that's like a tough one to win. 2-1, okay. Screw Kodachi lock. This is a pummel lock. LOL, Josh. That's funny. I haven't really asked if you have any excitement for Super Slam or not. You've probably talked about it. I had a video I put out, and I've talked about it a couple times on the Breakpoints podcast, Dylan. But to answer your question, yes. I am so excited for Super Slam. Super Slam is going to be freaking awesome. Like, the theme of the set's really cool. When you pair that with the fact that Victor's little brother is the first, or like evil brother, I guess, I don't know, is the first 5 intellect hero in the game ever, I will be playing Lyeth like into the ground. We will be playing a lot of Lyeth and a lot of Pleiades. That is for sure. We will be playing a lot of Lyeth and a lot of Pleiades. Review game to see where the win came from. Tough matchup. Was able to use Hummel late to keep Overblock, to keep Brock overblocking and me playing offense. Go again, lined up after I got Scowling early. Getting the Scowling Fleshbag off the board is a big part of that. It's a big deal. So like that's like a big piece of making sure that we're able to do that.
Go. You love to see
Hey, Andrew Anderson, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time, there are 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. That is, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me what yourselves in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. Hey, Trent's here. Dude, what's up, brother? We want to go second. Big Yonko. An interesting name. I never created a Volda Cyborg guide. I mean, okay, or they're going to leave. And I guess it doesn't matter if they don't want to play. Guess it doesn't matter if they don't want to play. Dude, I'm pretty simple. I like ketchup a lot. I'm excited for Pleiades too. I have a decent amount of Guardian cards, but waiting to see if she even needs a ton of it. She seems like she'll be using a lot of the new cards. I completely agree. I'm going to at least explain to them why I'm not playing this matchup. Like, I know how this goes. I don't need this question answered. All right, if you're not going to chat with me, then I'm just going to leave. I don't need this question answered. We're not testing by playing this matchup, so. Ooh, sauerkraut. Interesting. Sauerkraut and Dijon mustard, huh? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I not just that person joins, they can just leave. I'm not going to play that game out. In the current Victor build, would you run Titan's Fist and Millers instead of Anothos? No, personally, I really like Anothos for like other matchups. It was really good into KO right there. It's really good into the Guardian Mirror, which I think there will be more of than people are expecting in Kansas City. I like Anothos quite a bit. I think it has play into more matchups than people realize, Brian. So if there was a way to fit in all three hammers without compromising other things, then I would do that. Brock, sorry I missed your question. Yes, the Arsenal was pummel. Good luck and have fun, opponent. All right, let's see. Puffin, 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 puffin. We are on Small Hammer. We are on Crown of Dominion. Choke slams, E-strikes, no crush the weeks, no pummels, 2 rouses, test of iron grip, trounces, and I'm on zealous belting. I don't like that plan. I don't know why I have this plan into certain people. I don't like it though. I don't like that that's our game plan into specific matchups. I don't know. I'm probably going to change that. I'm not a fan of playing that way into Puffin. We are going second. They're on Spitfire. Okay. They're not going to be going for the fatigue game plan. Okay. I'm glad that they're presenting like a full equipment suite. Most people don't do that, and I'm glad they're doing that. I think I messed up getting greedy when I had 6 mites and rolled for scabs. I was going to try to close the game with a dominate pulping for 12, followed up with a censor. I mean, yeah, that would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good. I think blocking 10 here is perfectly fine. Really hope we don't lose this clash. We get their soup up. You love to see it. I mean, if they throw the Spitfire at us for 2, we'll take 2. It's not how I want this to play out, but it is what it is. I think we just kind of have to take 2 here. Sage. Yeah. I don't know if you guys watch the Chit videos on TikTok or not, but I'm a big fan of Chit. I think he's hilarious. We have a Surge. We could Arsenal the headbutt if we wanted to. Nah. Arsenal the Cranial Crush? We have 1 floating. I could overpitch everything to throw Cranial Crush. We could overpitch to throw the headbutt. Really like any of this. I think we're just going to throw the Crush the Weak and Arsenal Cranial Crush is the plan. Do it, lady. That's right, Aaron. That's right. Success. God, I love Chit. He's so funny. Carly says we'll be talking, and I just start going, yeah, like without even realizing it. I love the Chit videos. They make me laugh so much, dude. We'll probably, I'll probably start trying to incorporate Chit into like shorts. Well, back to it then. Crunching the numbers. Oh, God, Chit's so funny, dude. Like, I don't know how they came up with that. Like, I don't know where that idea spawns from for somebody, but man, I'm so glad that it did. It's so funny. Oh, Battle Arsenal that trounce. That would have felt bad. Yikes. All right, well, we're just gonna kill the Polycranka. More than likely. Might try to IP the other trounce here then, if that's the case. It is getting intense. Like it's very like the vibe has changed a lot. Carly and I were actually talking about this. I mean, I guess this is just what we're doing. I have no idea if this is correct or not. Yeah, we'll blow up a gold and target ourselves. Winning with a Thunderquake feels pretty cool. And then we win and win, and they have an aeronaut on top. Lame.
Let's freaking
Lame.
go. You love to see it.
Yo, Renaissance 911. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new, and they are: what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to get to know more about you guys in the chat. Yeah, the last few episodes have gotten intense. I agree. Feels really bad that like the Polycranka turn lined up on the double trounce turn, but I think it is what it is. So we're down 3 clashes, about to be 4. Copper Cog from hand. Crank that. Na, 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 na. I thought Cogworks Workshop cost 2. Don't know where I got that idea from. Thought it cost 2 for some reason. Feel like Chid embodies the same energy as Dwight in The Office. I kind of get that. It's kind of a vibe. Am I okay with him just destroying the shield here? Success. They have a dovetail? I think I want to prevent them from... I think I want to prevent them having gold, but going back-to-back whiffs just kind of feels bad. They'll just destroy my shield here, which also feels bad. And then we'll take 3. They may destroy the test of strength. Okay, yeah, or I guess we take 2. Yeah, that's fine. We are just going to go ahead and throw the choke slam here. Just lining up to try and force some blocks here. They might give card and Teklo Foundry Heart, but... Uh-oh. One of my shuffling cards is slipping out of the perfect fit. Ooh, they're going to give Tinker Rings here. Interesting. I have yet to like play enough Puffin to know when you're supposed to block with Tinker Rings and when you're not supposed to. Uh-oh. Stream die? Can you guys still hear me? I feel like I'm like gotten to a point where I'm asking that like once a thing. Like once a stream. But I don't know, like the power flickered. Okay. Alright, cool. The power like flickered for a second, but it never cut off. And so like now I'm like, gosh, here we go. I would say you did see his dovetails, so that's a good indicator that they might be on a up to a strong turn. That's fair. Ooh, they are boosting a little bit. We'll target our opponent. Because I think I'm okay with just going like go again into Crush the Week. Yeah. I mean, maybe we're supposed to go again into Hammer. We won't know what they have on top, so Seems okay there. I think we're supposed to keep our life total up. B aggressive. B aggressive. Let's just get aggressive here. Just throw 9. I also really like throwing hammer. Even though it's like maybe not as like impactful in this matchup, I feel like it has an opportunity to force our opponent into like making a bad decision, which I really like. That like Miller's Grindstone, one of its biggest effects is that it gives your opponent the opportunity to just make a blocking mistake and then either give up cards from hand they shouldn't, or if they choose not to block it, they could get blown out by something off the top. But any kind of card that gives your opponent a decision gives them an opportunity to make a mistake. And I kind of like those. I like those cards a lot. Like right there, getting rid of the like a dovetail off the top, amazing. Amazing. Pog. I don't think I use that right. I don't really know how people use the term pog, but here I go acting like a boomer again. Dude, I agree. Getting dovetail off the top is like an insanely good hit for us. I wonder if you could try to play like Leave a Dent and Victor and just like play Grindstone and like try to mill people out. Could be pretty funny. I don't know, because you have to like load up on attacks that actually do things. You probably have to play like Peck Perfect in your deck. We'll block with a Chokeslam here. I would like to throw the Cranial Crush in my arsenal, but if I end up just throwing the hammer here, then I just end up throwing the hammer here. It's fine. I'm going to try to keep Headbutt in the deck over Cranial Crush, because I just need the 2-card, like, I would like to be able to keep the 2-card 7. Because of Crown of Dominion, like, this is, like, pretty much always going to be a 2-card 7 second cycle. Hi, I mean, there's no literal shot I'm a boomer, but I call myself a boomer all the time, dude. Happens a lot. I'm like, okay, boomer, when I'm talking to myself. Happens quite a bit. Happens quite a bit. I did see a full mill Victor deck, though. Really? That's kind of funny. I would like to play that. It would be hilarious. Oh, yeah, Trent, we played against full Fatigue Victor. They were playing 3 copies of Remembrance, and they hit me with a last-ditch effort for 29 because they had 21 mites in play. Because all they were doing was remembrancing back. They were like playing Remembrance on the Gold Main Estates. It was hilarious. I think Aaron joined my stream and said, "How come every time I join your stream, you're playing against this fatigue nonsense?" Oh, it's funny. And we got a Palantir Aeronaut? Yo. Yo. Pausarino, big dog. You love to see it. We're getting some gas off the top. I barely fatigued one of those earlier today on Ira. They were on Remembrance in the new 7 power. Barely got there. The new 7 power? The new 7, like Clash of Bravado? Trying to think of like what the new 7 power attack is that stands out in my head. Miller's Grindstone's putting in some work right now. Miller's Grindstone is putting in some work. Oh, call for backup. Yeah, call for backup. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Did I just play against this Puffin? I might have. Oh, really? Yeah, no, a call for backup's actually pretty cool. It's one of like the main things that Damien is doing in his list. How many cogs do you have? 2? Sorry about that. I mean, let's block like this. We don't let them untap all of their cogs and like force them to decide what they want to do. I agree. Unicycle's a very sneaky card. I like blocking more. Maybe we're supposed to block 9 and like hold up flexors, maybe? I don't know. If they follow up with like a CNC, it's gonna feel pretty bad. But they're boosting, so that doesn't like strike me as what they want to be doing. I'm gonna take 4. Oh, you need like one more good Vengeance card, like out of the Ira deck or out of Super Slam. I'm also hoping for like a cool card from. I'm hoping for a good card in a Gravy Bones from the deck. I mean, I guess technically, I thought this was tapped for some reason. They get to tap this, make a new cog, and then they can crank it. And then they can throw the gun at me. Oh no, they don't want to throw the gun. Okay, cool. Ooh. Man, I'm getting sleepy, which is crazy because I took a nap earlier. I have to admit, last night I was up later than I normally am. Being on the Card Guy stream last night, like took longer than I thought it would. Not that like that's a problem. It's perfectly fine. I was pretty tired when push came to shove last night. There's what, 1 Trounce left in the deck? 2 Test of Iron Grips. This is the last Test of Strength. I mean, yeah, we are up on deck on cards right now. We just need to make sure it stays that way, right? Me throwing Miller's Grindstone for 4, like winning a clash off of Miller's Grindstone to mill a card out of their deck gives me the same feeling that it did when I used to throw Winner's Well at people. I love throwing Winner's Well at people. Probably more than I should have. Probably more than I should have, to be honest. Also helps that like they're boosting away stuff. Hey! Winning with a thunk feels pretty good. You'll love to see that. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. We wouldn't have been friends if you on Oldham. Yeah, dude. I played quite a bit of Oldham back in the day. To be fair, I started playing Oldham because I felt like it was the only way that I could beat Lexi. Like everything that I like to play lost to Lexi, and so when Lexi became like the premier deck, I started playing Oldham because I wanted to beat that matchup, and it was everywhere. Plus, Oldham was good into like Katsu and like all the other like random aggro decks back then. Pitching Goldmane Estate and still throwing 4, sign me up. Trent gets it, dude. Trent gets it. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't think I went to bed until like 1:30 last night. And it's like, I'm normally asleep like before 12 most nights. Unless something has to be edited or put together so that it can make like the deadline for when I'm gonna like put it out. I normally go to bed around like 11:30, 12ish. Every now and again, Carly and I just end up laying in bed and like laughing about something and talking for a little while. And so like I might not go to bed until like 12:15. It was easy 1:30 before I even like tried to like decompress to go to sleep though. Hey, Hobie, what's up, buddy? Good morning for you. It is good night for me. It is currently 10:01 p.m. there. If you're in Malaysia, it should be 10 a.m., right? You're 12 hours ahead of me, I believe. And yes, Josh, I am an old man, that's for sure. Okay. Activate puffin. Ew, brother, ew. We're going to take 6 and go to 19 here, because I'm assuming they're going to destroy my tech plating. I'm assuming. I've tested Victor with Test of Iron Grip, and oh my god, it's evil. Oh, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay. You don't want to destroy my tech plating. I'm okay with that. I like keeping tech plating around. Like, I can use this for a lot of things, so this is fine. We are going to play Gold Mana State, make a 4th gold and 4 might tokens. We're going to crack tech plating, and then we'll just come in for 10 overpower. And then if nothing else, we can just throw hammer for 8 next turn. Yo, you'll be 32 soon? I didn't know you were old. Oh, I did know you were older than me, Josh. I tried to call for backup to ensure I win my clash, and my god, it's disgustingly good. You can put it at the top of a deck of Golden Sun in clash with people. So it seems really good. I do like that card a lot. I feel like that's one of the cards that's really impressed me in Damien's list. Also makes me want to cut a card, like cut like a random blue and play like Clash of Might or something like that. But I don't know. I'm very like back and forth about how much I like it or not. Is some sort of mechanical cardinal sin? I am surprised by that decision. I am surprised by that decision, I will be honest. If they Arsenal, which it looks like they are, yeah, we're just going to throw the CNC here. Dealio. Yeah, I really like the idea that your opponent gets forced of like you putting a Spinal Crush on top or you putting like a Golden Sun on top of your deck. And if they choose Golden Sun and you have like a Test of Strength, you just get to like do the whole thing. It's awesome. Yeah. 10. You love to see it. This is a massive tempo swing for us. Yeah, they probably don't understand how much value tech plating's worth, to be fair. Like, it's very possible that that's the case. And like maybe they're like a newer player who's trying to get into Puffin, and so they just don't. They've never really seen like the value of tech plating over the course of a longer game. So it definitely could be the case, Joey. Getting Cog in the machine and taking a 3-point life lead is pretty big dub. Test of Iron Grip's actually bananas here. That was also their last gold. I mean, pretty much whatever they throw at me, it doesn't matter. We will reclash to win this for sure if we need to. Dude. Now them being forced to discard a card, this card's insane. Oh, they're discarding a Heist? Oh my god. We'll block just to save some life here. We're going to take 2, go to 11, and then take 3, go to 8, and then we're going to throw Spinal Crush for 13. Can you explain Rouse the Ancients to me in your Volda deck? To my understanding, it would only be usable if Pulverized been in hand. So I've actually cut it from my Volda list since I originally posted it, Monster. It shouldn't be in my deck anymore. There should not be Rouse in there anymore. I was originally working on Rouse as a way to like generate Go again and apply more pressure, but I realized that's just not what Volda's trying to accomplish. So like it's fine to not like to cut that card because I did cut it. They kept picking Golden Sun or Thunk, so I would either banish Golden Sun, they don't reveal that, and then they get it. And okay, I mean that makes sense though, Dylan. Like it does seem like a good play into a lot of decks to be able to do something like that. If we're able to keep 2 cards next turn and throw another Spinal Crush, it might close the door. I think I'm going to pitch the Spinal Crush to play Spinal Crush because Command and Conquer is a 1-card keep now that it's in Arsenal. Well, I'll look at my Volda deck after this. Actually, while our opponent's thinking, I'm just going to look at the Volda deck and make sure. Because it shouldn't have it in there. I should have cut it already and updated the matchups. Oh, I see what I did. I did not cut it from my sub deck list. I did not cut it from the sub deck list, so that is my bad. I updated one of them and didn't update the other. I can fix that after this. I'll fix that for you, Monster. My bad. That is on me, brother. My bad. I need to block with the blue Chokeslam here. I need to be able to like keep most of my hand here. I don't even think there's an on-hit effect here. Yeah, that was just me playing bad. There was no on-hit effect. And then they attack us for 3. And we're just going to make a surge and come in for 6. It's worth noting that throwing the Command and Conquer is not the same thing as just throwing... it's not the same thing as just throwing Hammer here. And that is because of Golden Skywarden. If there's none in their deck, then maybe it doesn't matter. Also, it works with Soup Up if there's any of those left. So there's multiple cards they could have that galvanize effect that could be relevant for what they're like trying to do to like stop. Like they could give up 1 card to stop Hammer, like right here. Yeah, so like they have to block with a second card. And if we just throw Hammer, they get to keep 1 more card. And when they're down to 4 cards already, that's a massive W for us. We'll probably just use triple Donnie to play Flexers this turn. Just to play as much defense as we can. Yeah, they're trying to cog in the machine loop us, is what they're trying to do. Of course, I only think you can do the loop in Dio if I'm right. I can't remember for sure, but I think you can only do the loop in Dio. So they can do this twice. Even if they use Unicycle, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is fine because you can't activate it again, and I'm going to use Triple Donnie to draw a new card, and then I'm going to block with Flexers, essentially ending your turn. And then this is going to be take your whole hand. 5 go again into Hammer will give me every card in their hand, and we should be able to win the game from here. Oh, just kidding. They have 3 items, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so even if they had like all blocks left, it wouldn't have mattered because we would have went 5 into 4, and then from there, like almost anything can close the game. It wouldn't have mattered. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, man. All right, let's mark this down here. We did get a win. Boost Puffin started to fatigue, used clashes to throw disruption or hammer only, was able to close it out with damage on a turn where they didn't present a lot of damage. Okay. So for anybody who does not know what Monster was talking about just a second ago, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, you have access to all of my testing data. You get to vote on what I play on a weekly basis, as long as I'm not prepping for a big event. And then, you get access to all of my sub deck lists. I write articles about events that I go to, things like that. So it's just like a good way for like, it's just extra stuff that I like to do to go above and beyond to like really show that I care about those people who, you know, are willing to put money into the channel. It does mean a lot, so I really appreciate it. If you have been playing the vaulted deck list, I will get it updated for you so that you have the complete updated version, because I did not get it completely finished I did not finish the sub version, so I'll get that updated. No stream tomorrow. We got Victor gameplay coming for you tomorrow at lunchtime, so it's going to be 12 Eastern. There's a gameplay video coming out tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday doing our final prep for Kansas City, working out the final touches in the list before we get ready to leave on Friday night. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good night and a good Wednesday, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water.